Hi everyone, welcome to Learn English with Fatima. Today I'm going to talk about the past passive tense. Knowing how to use this tense in English is a really great tool to highlight the effect of an event rather than what caused it. Today I'm going to talk about why we use this tense and show you how to use it. I'll also compare it with the active tense so that you can see the difference. Let's look at our first example of the passive past tense. Hamlet was written by Shakespeare in 1600. We have the subject, Hamlet, plus was or were, depending on the subject. Then the past participle, here it's written, which is the past participle of wrote. Remember, we don't have to include the by Shakespeare part. The sentence will still make sense if we say Hamlet was written in 1600. This is because in English, the person or thing doing the event in the passive tense is unimportant, unknown, or it's very obvious. So going back to our sentence, Hamlet was written in 1600, most people know Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, so we can leave that part out and the sentence will still make sense. Here's another example where the person doing the action is obvious. The criminal was arrested on Sunday. We don't have to add by the police because it's pretty clear that is who is arresting someone. So the criminal was arrested on Sunday is an example in the past passive tense where the effect is more important or more emphasized than the cause. The criminal was arrested is the effect. The cause is that the police arrested him. Let's look at an example of the past passive tense where the person doing the action is unknown. A kitten was left in a box by the door. Unless we have security cameras out, we really have no way to know who left the kitten. So we use the passive voice to emphasize the effect of the action, that the kitten was left. How about when it's unimportant who did the action? We see this a lot in company advertisements. Our sauces were farmed from the freshest ingredients. This is a sentence in the past passive tense. Companies write lines like this to highlight their product. It's not important who is doing the farming. Someone buying their product, here it's sauce, usually isn't interested in who farmed the ingredients. We can use the past passive continuous tense to talk about actions in the past that were ongoing in the passive tense. Let's learn how. Here's an example of the past passive continuous tense. When I arrived, he was being robbed. This could be a statement someone is making to the police and the criminal isn't known. When I arrived, he was being robbed. We have the subject, we have was or were, then being, and then a past participle. Here's another example. It smelled great. The bread was being baked. It doesn't really matter who was baking the bread. We are focusing on the effect, which was the smell from the bread baking. How about some practice? These sentences are in the active tense. Let's put them in the passive tense. We ate all the cookies. And the wind blew the door shut. How would we put these in the past passive tense? We ate all the cookies would become all the cookies were eaten by us. Or we could just say all the cookies were eaten. The wind blew the door shut. How would we put this in the passive tense? The door was blown shut by the wind. Again, we can leave out the by statement and say, the door was blown shut, and the sentence still makes sense. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to check out my other English grammar videos for more lessons like this one. See you next time. Bye.